Ever feel like you're drowning in to-dos?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Right.
Between work and family and just life in general.
Yeah. It's easy to feel overwhelmed. That's why I wanted to take a look at this piece today.
Okay.
It's based on Psalm 121,
Interesting.
and it's all about finding strength when you're stressed.
I like it.
So this psalm, it starts with this powerful image of like lifting your eyes to the hills.
Right.
What comes to mind when you picture that?
Well, it's funny you should mention that the people who originally sang this psalm were pilgrims,
Yeah.
on their way to Jerusalem.
Okay.
And so for them, those hills, they were more than just a pretty view.
I see.
They were looking to the place where they believed their help would come from,
So it was like a physical reminder
Right.
of this whole idea of my help comes from the Lord,
Exactly.
the maker of heaven and earth. Now, for those who might not be familiar with the text,
Sure.
the Lord refers to God and saying the maker of heaven and earth. It's not just some fancy title. It's like they're saying the source of their strength is bigger than any problem they might face.
Yeah. It's all about perspective. Instead of stressing about like the day-to-day stuff,
Right.
they were focusing on this bigger picture, something bigger than themselves,
I like
a
it.
source of strength.
Yeah, it's like zooming out to get a wider view.
Mm.
And speaking of feeling safe, the psalm goes on to compare God to a refuge, a fortress, and a shield.
Those are some strong images.
Right.
Yeah, and I think they offered different kinds of protection too, like literally and figuratively.
Okay.
For the pilgrims, a fortress would have meant actual safety.
Right, from danger.
Exactly.
But those words, they also speak to a deeper emotional need.
Yeah, it's about finding a place where you can like let your guard down, Like
Yeah.
when a kid runs to a parent for comfort.
That feeling of total safety and trust.
That's
It makes me think about the motivational speaker's big takeaway. With God as our helper, we can face any challenge, overcome any obstacle, and achieve any dream.
It's a powerful statement.
It is. Do you think that kind of confidence is really possible, even when we're feeling overwhelmed?
I think it's about remembering we're not alone. This psalm is reminding us there's a source of strength we can always turn to. And it's not about pretending the challenges aren't there. It's about facing them head on, knowing that we have help.
And it ends with this beautiful image of a sunrise or sunset, a new beginning.
Right, and if we connect that to the bigger picture, it's suggesting that no matter how tough things are, there's always a new day coming.
Mm.
It's a reminder that even when you feel overwhelmed, there's still hope for a brighter future.
So even with all the chaos and the to-do lists, this psalm gives us a way to find strength and peace.
Yeah, it's all about shifting our perspective, remembering that our help comes from something much bigger than ourselves.
But here's something to think about. What are the hills you look to for help in your life?
That's a good question.
What gives you that sense of perspective, that strength? Is it your family, your community, maybe even a favorite hobby?
Right, whatever it is.
You're not alone,
Yeah,
and there's always a source of help available.
exactly.